It's Saturday, August 14th, 2010. I'm Kevin McShan, and this is the McShan Sports Beat Report. Have the courage to say no. Have the courage to face the truth. Do the right thing because it's right. Those are the magic keys to living your life with integrity. For everyone in college football, they have to do a much better job of adhering to that ever so wise guiding principle. Because for far too long, college football has been a pay-to-play league, with everyone accepting that as business as usual, and someone has to stop that trend at the door. The first step in that process came on Thursday when a group of prominent college football coaches participated in a conference call which featured NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, representatives from the NFL's Players Association, university athletic directors and presidents, and as well as some sports agents, as they all work to determine a solution to deal with the disconnect between college football programs, the NFL, and sports agents who may have other intentions. Alabama head coach Nick Saban says he was the ringleader behind organizing the conference call with, quote, coaches he had a tremendous amount of respect for, athletic directors, university presidents, and a handful of sports agents. Saban also spent some time recently back in the NFL. He was the head coach of the Miami Dolphins from 2005 to 2006. Florida Gators head coach Urban Meyer, Texas Longhorns head coach Mac Brown, Oklahoma's Bob Stoops, and Jim Tressel of Ohio State also participated in Thursday's event. We're all trying to put our heads together and figure out what we can do to level the playing field so that everybody that's in the agent community has the same opportunity to recruit players, and that the bootleggers are the guys who get punished and penalized, and the players who deal with them face some of the same consequences, Saban said. This is an issue that has quickly catapulted itself to the center of attention in all of college football, and has everybody's ears perked up, particularly those schools in the southern region of the country. The NCAA has spent the last several weeks investigating improper contact between agents and players at North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, Florida, and Georgia. The conduct and ethics of agents came under more intense scrutiny earlier this summer when the NCAA ruled that former USC Trojan and current New Orleans Saints running back Reggie Bush and his family accepted improper benefits while he was a member of the Trojans from 2003 to 2005, USC received 4 years of probation and a 2-year bowl ban as punishment. Saban says that improper contact between agents and players is one of the primary reasons a university is placed on probation. Where you have probation, you have beleaguers, Saban said. It's always been that way. Saban temporarily banned NFL scouts from attending Alabama practices. However, he says it wasn't related to the agent issue. He says he didn't think it was fair for his players to be evaluated in triple-digit temperatures during training camp. Saban says that access will be reopened to scouts as of August 25th. It's clear that Saban has been one of the most outspoken advocates for this issue, and he offered a very stern warning to everyone involved in this situation if a player gets suspended during his senior season for breaking the rules in college football. He says that caution needs to be taken before making a final judgment. Is it not conduct detrimental if a player does something wrong and gets suspended for his senior season? It hurts the NFL, it hurts the player, it hurts the college, it hurts everybody, Saban said. For his part, Meyer says the call left him cautiously optimistic that the relationship between coaches, players, and agents is on the road to recovery. The good thing is, the other side of this really wants to help, and when I say that, I mean they really want to help. So there's going to be some positive things that come out of this. I think really positive, Meyer said. Stoops characterized the discussions as good, and he says he's hopeful that many of the issues that exist between the two parties can be resolved in the near future. We had some good discussions, and I'm hopeful we can resolve the concerns that many of us have. It's premature to say much more. The conversation has begun, and we'll see where it goes from here, Stoops said. NFLPA spokesman Carl Francis said the main objective of the call was to discuss ways to protect and educate student athletes who are being courted by agents. If we find out an agent has violated any of the rules and regulations that we have in place, then we will definitely enforce discipline, Francis said. What that is, I don't know. Decertification, suspension, or a fine, or all of the above. It's important to protect student athletes becoming NFL players or who wish to become NFL players, and it's also important to protect players who are currently in the NFL, he said. There's no question that the relationship between NFL agents and college football coaches is somewhat fractured, and it needs to be resuscitated before it requires life support. NFL agents must remember this small piece of information. When a student athlete signs their letter of intent to play for a specific school, they now have new obligations to represent their university, their family, and most importantly, themselves in the most positive light possible. However, we live in a world of instant gratification, where everyone is concerned about satisfying their own desires rather than letting nature take its course. But it appears that all sides appear to have all hands on deck to begin to mend the fences and move forward as a united unit. And all I can say is thank goodness for small favors. Kevin McShan, McShan Sports Beat Report.